to listen to it, you can always, I will post it onto my YouTube to listen to it again. So welcome. This is what we call the unfranchised business. Now, unfranchised is actually a term that the company used to describe that it is quite similar to franchise. You know what franchise is like, McDonald's and the rest of the companies where they have systems and all that kind of thing. Whereas with us, it's an internet franchise. And the company name is shop.com, and in Malaysia is Market Malaysia. So stop me, Auntie Vivian, if you've got any questions so I can answer them if you like. Can you hear me?
I know you were mentioning that the company name is shop.com.
Yep, good. Fantastic. Okay. So I was just saying, if as I am talking, if there is anything you want to ask me questions about, just stop me so I can then, answer you.
Okay.
Okay, so why is it that we normally share this with people? Yeah, there are mainly 5 different reasons for people to earn additional income on top of what they're earning. In fact, a lot of the people that we are working with as partners, like Heidi and May and myself, we already have an existing job, or some other people, they might have a business already, but they might want additional income or income that replaces their existing income, so that they can actually.
Can I record?
It's recorded already.
Recorded, okay.
Yeah. See there? So I can send it to you after. Yeah. So additional income is the #1 reason most people, become part of this business, or they want to reduce their debt, whether it's for mortgage, for their school debt, or anything like that. In fact, most people that are already very, very successful, they actually want time freedom, because, we've had a lot of business owners that are multi-million, billion dollars, but they don't have time freedom. They earn a lot of money, but they don't have time because, they work like, 40 to 60, some people 80 hours a week. Like my dad, if I give you an example, he was a very, very rich and successful businessman, but then he had no time for us kids at all. So this business is great in that once you establish it in the beginning, it might take a little bit of time, but ongoing residual income is a reality after that. And I can tell you that's the case for many of my business partners. And even for me now, if I stop, say, working for a bit, like the income will still keep coming in every single week. And then the other thing is early retirement. Like that's one of the things that my husband likes me to do, is to retire him, in fact. So he doesn't have to be working till 65 to 70, because nowadays, Robert Kiyosaki, who is a very famous financial guru, says, it's good to be retiring young, retiring to a point that you can actually have your own financial freedom, and you can travel, you can live where you want to live, you can do whatever you like, and not having to be working 9 to 5. So that's another why people want to do this. And obviously financial security and freedom. So why is it that Market Malaysia, shop.com, is something that we recommend? It's actually a very strong company with 27 years old history. Actually 我可以用廣東話講㗎喎，我都係廣東人嚟㗎 ，Auntie。Anyway, I'm from Hong Kong， 香港人係咯。But 呢一個 presentation 得中文啫 ，but anyway， 得英文啫，係咯。我香港就有英文係咯。But your mum can speak English very well, so. So this company in America started in 1992. So now it's 2019, so 27 years already. And every single quarter, we've been able to, up quarter, there's no downturn. Even with the financial crisis, it's always up. And we've got proven system and worldwide training and support. The beautiful thing is, whether you're in Australia, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in US, even with me, within Australia, I've got partners in Sydney, in Adelaide, in Melbourne, like different places. So it's really wonderful in that no matter where you are, you can, have a team, and you have the ability to convert spending into earning. And now this is actually a special thing that we have. This company is specifically good and different from many other companies is that you normally, when you think about annuity, is the kind of things that you need to put money aside, like, superannuation, for example. Then by the end of your working life, then only then you can have the money. Whereas with us, we have shopping annuity, which is the annuity of the money that we basically just using the money that we spend, and that can be converted into your income. And you don't have to wait till when you're retired. So it really makes sense. So in order to be successful in this business, there are 3 things that we talk about. Number 1 is you become your business owner. So until you know about this kind of industry, you know that you are actually, owning your own business while you're in it. And you can use your mobile or online shopping. You don't have to be, fixed in a shop like, in a retail setting where you have to be in a restaurant or like whatever places, a shopping center, a retail setting. Whereas like you only have a mobile phone or a computer like you and I have now, we can already start doing the business, And shopping annuity, as I mentioned, is the key for our business. So what exactly is shopping annuity? Now, your mom is actually having lunch, yeah? Are you having lunch, Auntie? Yeah.
No, because I sat here about half an hour already. So we are closing in 5 minutes. I got to take the food.
Okay, I'll be really quick.
What you explained to me is actually I've been experiencing and living my life in that type of manner.
Wonderful.
So, to cut down that, you mainly need to know, let me know about the marketing plan.
All right, that's fine. I'll do that. Okay, the marketing plan. Just before the market plan, I just wanted to let you know that within our business, with more than, as I mentioned, 27 years, we have, in such a short time, more than close to 29 ringgit of retail sales. About half of that, more than 15 billion ringgit, goes back to the business owners. So that is not the same as any other company. I don't know, the company that you work with in Malaysia has this kind of, a projection, which is, I was told, is the best in Malaysia. But anyway, this is just so that you know, we are a company that, is really top of the range. And all of these people are earning over 1 million US dollars, which is like more than 3 million ringgit Malaysian dollars. So let me just show you, because I don't know if you know about the products, but I won't, because you just only want to know the business plan. But I'll just really quickly go through what we have. The health and nutrition with our isotonics. We have management, cosmetics, we have skincare, we have age management, cleaning products. Okay, so now I'll quickly go into the plan so that you know the plan. Okay. The plan that we have is what we call the 2 to 3 year plan, so that you can, within 2 to 3 years, if you follow the plan, you can start earning an ongoing residual income. So in the traditional multi-level marketing setting, or in traditional business settings like real estate, insurance, sales, what you see is the top boss, or the person that are the top upline, you would call them, would be the person who earns the most. And then the second level would be the people that are the middle management, or then the lower management. Now, what we have with shop.com is extremely different in that we don't actually have multi-level. We actually have only 2 lines, one on your left, one on your right. And that actually encourages teamwork, because 100% of the credit goes back to everyone. It's not like multi-level marketing, sometimes, like I know for Amway, say for example, it's 3%, 6%, 9%, 12%. So there's only very little. So let's say if I am, like in this case, I am the person who comes in the earliest, then Heidi is the one that I introduced. She will not get 100% of my volume. She will only get maximum 21%. Then May, the one next to her that she introduces, will only get 18% maximum. Whereas with shop.com, whatever products that I personally provide to my customers, they all get 100%. So that is really unique, 100% for sales and volume. And so that's why all working together. And it's not like the person that comes in first definitely always earns more than those that comes later. So let's say if May work smarter and harder than I do, even though I've been in this business for years, she can earn more than I do. So that's the beauty of this business. And okay, let me go to the 4 steps, the 5 steps for you to be earning like the business, how you can earn money. Number 1, when you join, you pay $100 only of a ringgit, $100 ringgit to join, and the subscription fee is 400 ringgit, and you can get your malaysiashop.com, and you can buy the products and then sell it at a cost. So you'll be able to start earning money and create leverage. So you can see we have 3, 1, 2, 3. They are all your income earning centers. With that, you will also get your own shop, which is the malaysianshop.com, with everything that you need in order to provide the website for your potential customers to purchase. And you yourself can purchase through that website as well. And every single one of us will have a specific unique name. So say May's example is mys.shop.com/May-Chua. So a different person will have their own name using the same.
I thought only MY.
MY.
Oh,
Yeah,
MY.
MYS. Yeah, MYS 3.
Oh,
MYS.
right.
Yeah, it's always 3. So AUS, HKG,
okay.
MYS. Yeah, global. But anyway, so this is with that, when you comes in, which May just got, is all of these things that are included in the subscription with the career menu, with the getting started guide, coaching. So say, for example, because I've been experienced, I'll be able to coach her. Then even though she doesn't know anything about business, Heidi and I are more experienced, we can help her. So that's why this is a thing that if you were to go out of the coaching world, let me tell you, because I'm a coach, you would have to pay a lot more money. But whereas because she's in our team, we won't charge her by coaching her. Like we're even willing to be coming all the way from the western suburb, like over an hour, to come here to support her for no charge, you see. So that is a beautiful thing. Like for me, I've got beautiful business partners in Sydney, and they're even sometimes willing to come over to Melbourne to support me. So this kind of, business support is unheard of in the business world, because, a lot of times people are just focused on themselves. They are selfish, whereas we're not selfish, because we want to help one another. Because when you are successful, when I'm successful, we are able to help one another, you see. So step 2 is to create. So when you create business volumes through purchasing what we call our exclusive products, then you will be able to start earning commission. Now, we have not only our exclusive products, like what I've shared with you, the health and nutrition and all of these things, which are our branded products. We also have internet business volumes, which are from partner stores. These are the ones in Malaysia. I think you may have heard of it, Auntie. Ann Taylor, ASOS, Starwood, Booking.com. Have you heard of them?
Not really.
Not really? Have you heard of them? Yeah, these are the ones. Perhaps maybe you don't use
My mom hardly
online.
shop online.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But maybe if you were to be doing this business, you would probably focus on
Victoria's Secret is very famous.
Yeah, in Malaysia, if you go to the the Malaysia, I know that in KL and Ipoh airport, Victoria's Secret is in there. I see them. But anyway, it doesn't matter, Auntie. Even if you don't know these things, if you can share this with people that know, they can buy from you and you still earn commission from it. Okay, so how do you actually create BV and IBV? Because BV is business volume, IBV is internet business volumes, are what will then help you to earn commission. The more BV and IBV you have, as your team together have, accumulated into your income. So how do you do that? Number 1, obviously personal use. So that's why we are the product of the product. Like I would not use any other supplements but my own isotonics. Not only because it will give me income, but I know how good it is, like double meaning, like it's a a really good product. But also you can obviously share with your customers, and then you can tell people about it. To develop a customer base is very simple. It can be your your hairdresser, on social media, the people that you know, your friends, your family, your relative, your workmates, people that really. Like with me, like my health professional, my personal trainer is my customer. So you can reach out to people like that. And then number 3 business plan in terms of the marketing plan is to qualify. You basically only need to generally start with 200 BV to start up, and then with 200 BV you can choose different types of products that can accumulate into that. But what we normally encourage people to do is not just 200, but to go for what we call a fast start program, because with that fast start program it actually gives you more than 200, which is 300, but then it gives you a whole lot of products that will be more than the cost of free shipping of 1,618 ringgit. But if you were to buy these 300 BV individually with shop.com products, it would be more than, I think, over 2,000 ringgit. And if you were to just get 200 BV, you would normally have to pay extra, the joining fee of 100 ringgit and 400 subscription fee. But if you do this fast start program, then 1,618 includes everything, includes the joining fee, includes the subscription fee, and you get the BV as well.
Sorry,
question?
got a question?
You have a question, Robert?
That's normally recurring.
No, it's once a year only.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Recurring is once a year.
Yeah, but it's not the same amount, it's a lot less.
Yeah.
So in Australia, the initial is 149, but once a year it's only 90 something. Yeah. So, okay, so step 4 is to activate. Now, activate is when you start to actually expand your distribution. You need 2 people, one on your left, one on your right. So to look at it that way, when you only do it on your own right now, then you have like a retail store, and you can earn money from selling the products, and then earn money from your cost difference, and then obviously that's the profit. But then if you want to expand your distribution and earn more ongoing residual, that is what we call activation. You need to personally introduce or partner, we call it sponsor, one person on your left and then one person on your right. Okay, so once you have that, then you already expand. You're the CEO. You have 2 of your people working with you together, and then you help them as well. This is the last step. Is once you know how to do it, then you will teach them to do the same thing. Just like what Heidi and I are doing, we are helping you. I'm helping Heidi, helping you together to do exactly the same thing, to apply, to create, to qualify, and to activate. So these are the 4 jargons that we always use. Apply is basically very simple. You just, apply online, like how you actually do. Create is to create a business volume, as we recommended the fast start program 300 BV. But if you want to slowly start up, you can start with 200 as well, and then introduce 2 people. And then people lead to people to people. Like before I met Heidi, I didn't know May, I didn't know Robert, right? But now I know them. So it's always like that. People lead to people. And then, so this is the situation. So let's say this is me as the senior partner. This is Heidi. Heidi introduced May and then Betty, her mom. Then this is, so let's say this is Heidi. So if you have a look, so more and more people will be a reality. So when I introduce another new person, like next week I'm going to be introducing Christine, she will be under Heidi as well. So that's why people lead to people. It's not only when you compare multi-level to what we have, it's not only those people that come later than me that will benefit me. I also benefit them. And that is the difference, Auntie. You need to see that, because a lot of people, especially I know that you're very experienced and seasoned in this industry. A lot of the companies that I've done a lot of research, my senior partner, Kevin, is very good at doing this kind of research, knowing that, it's only the upline that benefits from the downline, and it's not fair. If I wanted to help them to be successful, I also have the responsibility to put people under them or points, or like support them at least. So that's the beautiful thing about this company. It's very, very generous. Okay. So as you can see here, people lead to people. Then as you have more and more people, obviously more and more business volume and more income, more and more, ongoing. And the other beautiful thing is the senior partner can actually put people at the very end of the group. So that in this case is Lisa. Then Lisa's business volume 100% will go up to Matt, Chris, health professional, Mark, and you, and back to your senior partners. So it's not like multi-level is only 21%, 80%, 3%. Hey, your mom gone?
Oh.
Not sure what happened there.
Oh, no. She dropped off.
Oh, here she is.
They're
Yep, she's
on.
back. Hello, Auntie.
Because the connection is bad.
Yeah, maybe because it's outside, yeah.
Which one she heard up to?
Hello, Auntie, can you hear me? I just want to make sure you're back in. Auntie Vivian? You want to ask your mom?
Hold on.
Do you want to call her?
Mama.
Last time she was.
Can be. What's the time then? 2 p.m. No, it's just dropped off.
2:30. Yeah, it could be because of the reception over there, because she's outside.
But the name is there.
The name is there, but the face is not.
Back on,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but then can she hear?
Hello, Ma.
Yeah, you've got two. Oh, she's back on, but then she's not back on.
No.
You might have to pause your.
Oh, she needs to click on the start video.
That's okay. I'll keep going. Yeah. If you can just
okay.
let her know, I'll keep going, and then
Because you can send the.
yeah, I can send it. I'll just pause first, because I think it's better that she's
Share.
Go on.
Okay. So we'll
The
keep
volume
going.
is low.
Yeah. All right. So basically, our tracking system from the company searches us every day to infinity. So basically, the system tracks the purchases.
But it's now not able to listen because very soft.
Okay. Is this better?
So what's wrong?
Maybe you have to make your volume to the top.
It's not like just now, very soft now.
Are you outdoor? Because if you're inside, it looks like you're inside. The reception might not be as clear, Auntie. Are you able
I
to?
have to go outdoor.
Yeah, better. Because
Okay.
the reception, especially if you're indoor, sometimes.
Oh, just now was okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
I still the same spot just now was okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because here is quiet.
Quiet 係咪啊？你聽唔聽到我講啊？而家
That's louder.
That's the
好
loudest.
soft 啊！
The loudest
你
100.
做咩咁嘅咧？
Can you go to maybe a little bit further somewhere else? Because sometimes
Or
depending
just go
on
back to the same spot.
I move to another spot and see.
係咯，你可以去 another
Malaysia
quiet spot 咯。
Very hot.
Oh, very
I
hot.
come
No
to
aircon.
this, hotel because I want to find out about the restaurant here.
Oh,
And here with the aircon on, so it's more comfortable.
we can hear you clearly. You can't hear me clearly, Auntie? Can you hear me clearly? No 啊，我哋佢聽唔到，好似聽唔到我講嘢。
Now I walk out to the reception there.
Another section.
Okay, that's good. Hello, Jasper. Jasper, you want to listen, do you?
You want to be part of the meeting.
Recording, just to make sure. Yep. So basically, going back to previous slide, as we mentioned, people lead to more people. So you really don't need to be personally knowing a lot of people because, within the team, everyone basically, introduces to, and then other introduces to, and then other introduces to. Before too long, you already will have, quite a good team for you to be able to start earning commission. So the tracking system works like daily. So what happens is that it looks at what kind of business volume you have on that day, then it moves up to every single one within the team. So it's not percentage, it's 100%. And then, and then when it goes down to infinity, then you'll be able to start earning the commissions. Now, how is it earned? Well, the business volume, which is our branded products, and the internet business volume, which are our partner stores, are both tracked daily, and our income are calculated weekly. So every, say in my case, every Friday, like or Thursday midnight, I would receive an SMS if I'm not asleep yet, and email telling me, Kitty, this week you've earned $1,500 or whatever, that you earn. And so every week you would, if you get to a point where you have enough people in your team. But even if you don't, maybe, once every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, once you actually establish, the 2 people, that's the key. So in this case, like, that's you, let's say, this is May, 001, then May has introduced, let's say, a Mark and a Kate on her left and right. Then her goal next is to help Mark and Kate to also, have 2 people. So that's always what we call a duplication of paying it forward. You personally first introduce 2 people, then you help your 2 new business partners to also, as you can see, introduce, say Mark introduced a health professional and a Sarah, and Kate also. So the goal is always to have 2 people and at least 10 customers. Then keep moving down, then everyone 100% moving up, then you start to earn more and more money. Now, when you reach on your left and on your right, the business volume of 1,200 on each side, then you will earn a commission of 1,200 ringgit. When you earn the same thing with business, internet business volume, like the partner stores that we talk about, like Victoria's Secret and Booking.com, whereas BV are the products that are like the isotonics, the skincare, the whatever that we have. Then when you reach 2,400, you earn an extra 1,200 ringgit. So it's not like you need to go from 0 to 2,004, and it's only an increment of 1,200 business volume for you to earn an extra 1,200 ringgit. Now, bear in mind that 2004 is not just your own, it's everyone's accumulation. Yeah, question? Yep. So basically, it's very important to understand that it's actually a group thing. Yeah. So that's why working as a team is so important.
So you mean accumulation? The 1,200 is
everyone's accumulation.
Ah,
yes.
Okay.
If Chris earned 300,
That means they only take into account when the figure reach 1,200.
That's
No,
right.
business volume.
Business volume. That's right.
Sales on top.
But having said that, before you reach 1,200 business volume, you can already earn retail profit. So let's say you have like an OPC3, which is the powder form pinogenol supplement. If you haven't even introduced 2 people today, if you were to promote that product to someone else, they buy it from you, she would have already earned income because of the retail profit.
Retail profit is your own.
Does that make sense? And then the next increment is when you reach 3,600, okay, then you earn an extra 1,200 ringgit. Okay, then the final increment is 5,000, you actually earn double, 2,004 ringgit. So altogether, you can have the potential of 6,000 ringgit per week potential, which in Australia, it's 1,500 Australian dollars. So if you look at it that way, obviously it won't be that quick in the beginning. It will be sort of slowly accumulating.
How do you get the 1,200 points?
How do you get it? Is in the first place is every single product will give you a point, a certain point. It's yourself and everyone in your team who basically buy the products and provide the products to the customers, added together will be 1,200.
Okay.
So it's not dollar to dollar.
It's not dollar to
It's
dollar.
not. It's approximately. I've done a calculation. It's approximately at $1.20 to $1.40, depends on the product per point.
Per point.
So about 20%.
That's right, exactly. So it's really good. So if you look at it this way, When you get to 5,000, 5,000 for your exclusive products and 5,000, 5,000 for your partner stores, then you get 12,000 ringgit a month, which is not bad, is it?
A month? Just now you said $6,000.
It can be a month, it can be a week, depending on how fast your team grows. If you are like some people within 4 weeks, they already have 2 partners. Some people 4 months, 2 partners. Some people maybe a year, 2 partners. You know what I mean? You can't say whether it's per week or per month, depending on how fast you and your team together.
It depends on how active you are. If you're very, very active, we've heard like the latest one is 1 month. Within 1 month, you already earn $300.
You met her, the lady, Lillian, remember at the end? 1 month, she's already earned that much. Lillian,
so
the lady.
The top,
per week.
That's, no, they've activated as well as earned their first commission.
1,200
within a
ringgit.
month. Yeah. In Australia also, you know, the couple from Brisbane, they also within a month got their first commission.
It took me about 2 over months, and I was considered fast in Melbourne because Melbourne people are slow. But 2 over months compared to that lady you met, the Lillian Cole, she 1 month already 1,002 ringgit, right? But it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is, doesn't matter how fast or slow. It's not a matter of if, but when it will happen. As long as you do the work. Some people like you girls, full time. You have kids, of course you can't be really quick. Whereas for me, I don't have kids, of course I can do a bit more. So it depends, it doesn't matter, right? So total weekly potential is 14,400 ringgit per center. Now, that's right. So this is 1 center. Do you know how when you first started, you've got 3 centers, right? Yeah. And so as your organization expands, as in like more and more people, that will continue to grow. So for me, I've already got in the pipeline 3 or 4 people that I've been sharing the business that I can put in either this side or that side, right? And you need to do the same by thinking, okay, who are the people that I can bless, that I can introduce the wonderful products of Pinotional to them, or that if they need extra money or that they want to fire the boss, whatever it is. So that is what, as your organization expands, then the frequency of commissions earned increases. So when you say, oh, why is it you say weekly? Why is it not monthly? Because for me now, most weeks I get income, but others that are a bit slower, maybe every month, it's still good, you know. Okay, so if you keep going looking at it like that, then let's say, for example, I as a senior business partner have 400 BV. Let's say this week I have sold 4 daily essentials kits, which is 400 BV. I can actually place it to the very last person. Now, in traditional multi-level marketing, it doesn't normally happen. It's always, you know, the people that buy things that benefits the upline, whereas here, no. You can actually place 400 BV to Matt, and I can place, let's say, you know, business volumes to Heidi. I can put in Heidi only because she's my personally sponsored person. Heidi can put it to you like that. So the personally introduced partner person, you can put it to them. You see? Yeah. So as you can see here, Mark and Matt, you know, the in gray are the one that you personally introduced.
Is that because that's the way you make sure that your whole organization gets
the commission.
The commission.
That's why it's so good, right?
And also, we don't want our people to go because especially those people who work very hard, but sometimes because of, you know, you never know what will happen.
Life gets in the way.
You know, life gets in the way. They work hard, but then they don't have the opportunity to go out and all that. So to a certain extent, you want to support them. So because it's maybe just now that they can't do it, so then you support them. If you support them through the hard time, then it eventually some people may, because it will happen. Because it's a matter of time. You know how Kitty was saying, it's just a matter of time when it will happen.
It's not if.
So it's not if it's going to happen. So it's going to be a bit of delay. We support you, get you through the hard time. Then you will, once you build up, everything will start working.
That's why your mindset now, May, is to look at yourself as a future leader. Obviously, you're learning from us, but you need to, whatever that you're learning, you need to know in the future, I'm going to be helping others too. That is a beautiful thing. You know? All right. So there's another thing that is really wonderful that I personally love, and it's called management bonuses. It's not only just about the commission. It is when you personally reach the 5,000, the same week as one person on your left and one person on your right that reaches 5,000, which is the top level. The company actually gives you a bonus of 2,400 ringgit on top of it. So let me ask you a question. If you work in your office, if you help two people, your partner, like your colleagues, will your boss give you extra money when you help them? Probably not. Most likely not. Whereas here, if I help, because like in my two side, I've got Heidi and Mark. They are the two good people, like as in leader to be, like Mark definitely. And then I've got Judy and let's say Judy and Wendy. So I can actually help Heidi and Judy, both of them reach 5,000, which is the final increment of 1,500 commission. The same week I do, I help them to do it together, the three of us together. Then the company gives me another 2,400 ringgit, which is $600 Australian. Oh. And when the first time when I earned that, I was like, oh, shocked. I was like, really, it really happened. Like, I didn't believe that, because like, it's actually my responsibility to help my two people anyway. Why would the company give me extra money? But they do. That's why they call it management bonuses.
Only for you,
not for them. But you, let's say,
you get the 5,000.
You get the 5,000. Yeah. So let's say in the future, like you have May, you have, let's say, your mom. You help May and your mom get to 5,000 the same week as you. You will also get that 600 Australian dollars or 2,400 ringgit in Malaysia. Yeah.
But only on the people that you sponsor.
No, anyone can be anyone. Yeah, one on your left can be anyone.
So even
one on your right.
You may bring in two people that
that's right.
I don't know, and I can see that, let's say they're only 200 points short, and I'm about to sell 200.
Then you put it in. Exactly.
And that will come up. Yeah. Because I'll get 5,000, and this person will get 5,000.
Yeah. So that is really beautiful, because this is something that I seriously, in the traditional business, as well as even the multi-level marketing or industry, has not had something like that. But anyway, so now I intend to always help my people on my left and right. So as you can see here, as an example, so this is me, I get 5,000, but in fact, Mark is not someone that I personally introduced, because you haven't got the grade. And then here, Anne and Ben, also 5,000. But even though they are not my personally introduced, you still can get that extra bonus, right? So if you want to, if you say, 14,400 ringgit a month or a week, or 3,600 a week Australian is not enough, you can actually earn more. Okay? How do you earn more? By expanding your other, what we call income center, business development center. So when you do that, when you expand that, then you actually have, another person on that side, another person on the right-hand side, and you can earn double, 43,200 ringgit per week, or 10,500 weekly Australian, which is already six-figure, 120,000 Australian. So as you can see, the more center that you open, then the more money that you can earn. But most of us, as we always encourage, the new partners to just focus on one first, of course. Then once you establish your one, at least you're earning 3,600 per week maximum, which is already 187,000 dollars Australian. Which is not bad.
I think the one Auntie Leanne from Singapore, she has 3 shops.
No, 5.
5.
Yes.
Okay.
5 centers, and she's earning.
But she started out with 3.
All of us started off with 3.
Yeah.
We all started off with 3, but we only do the first one. Yeah. Right. And now she maxed out all 3, even Auntie Anne. What that means is every single week she's earning Australian 8,000 per week.
8,000.
Which is 24,000 ringgit, around there.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And Leanne is even more. That's an interesting case, because Auntie Leanne actually was introduced by Auntie Anne. Auntie Anne is earning 25,000 to 36 as executive director. Leanne is one level up her, and she is earning 36 to
over milk.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean she was being introduced by
Auntie Anne.
And she's a bulker.
She's a bulker.
earning more than
So
I
you
have.
girls can earn more than I can. And that is very different from the multi-level marketing where the downline can never ever earn more than the upline.
Because one thing is, I have both working, but you're only on my left.
So Auntie, do you have any
then
questions so far?
Of what my two legs
With
are.
the
Understand what you have explained, because in Malaysia, many of the company have been using plan like this, where they call it binary plan. And you have, binary plan is called. That means it goes left and right, and it built on downwards. So the commission that you mentioned, if you have 1,002 and 1,002 on the left and right both tally, then over here we call it the pairing bonus.
Yes, very similar. Okay.
Yeah.
And so with your company, do you have different products and partner stores, or one main product?
No, I've been involving in the nutrition product since year 2000.
Okay.
But the company do not adopt this plan.
I see.
The,
It's multi-level, is it?
multi-level, only to certain levels only. But for the first generation, they do not limit to 2 persons. You can have how many persons you like. But that kind of plan is easy for those very active leaders.
Exactly. That's right. I agree, Auntie, because like my mom, when she was in Amway in Hong Kong, she had to be so active in order to massively recruit so many people. Whereas here, you only need to recruit 2, one on your left, one on your right, and you can start earning money.
A bit cold.
A bit cold, yeah. Mm. Oh, she's gone.
Oh. Oops.
The battery is weak. So when I try to use recharging the battery using the power bank, it went off again.
Oh, no problem. So
once being connected to the power bank.
Oh, power bank is better. Yes, yes.
Power bank.
Yeah.
So I just quickly give you.
So I let you know, I'm
Yes.
happy May having you as the upline to guide her into this industry.
Thank you.
So
Auntie.
I hope that she will do well. But
She will.
in Malaysia, in doing something like this, it's a very competitive market.
Yeah, you know,
Because
Auntie,
Malaysia,
actually last Saturday, May, you want to tell your mom about meeting that Malaysian lady?
Oh, the Malaysian lady, what's her name already?
Lillian.
Lillian,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's also doing very well.
So
I tell you, in Malaysia, we have got many companies
yes,
with all the various types of plan.
that's
So
right, Auntie.
it's a very tough market.
It is.
Actually, your advantage to be in Australia, because from what we understand, Australia is not a country where so saturated with so many this multi-level marketing company.
Interesting you say that, Auntie, because most of the people that I know that are very, very successful in Melbourne or Australia are from Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, like our background. And they have people that are over there and have done so quickly, much more than Australia. Because as you, like, say, for example, yes, Pa. Like Auntie, you are experienced. So if you were to do this, there's no doubt that you can actually do a lot faster than May, because May is not experienced. So it's the same thing in Malaysia, where this lady.
I will try my best, try to get some people.
Yeah,
but the challenge is when people want to be an active agent here, you need to come up with 1,000 over ringgit. Where there are so many other companies in Malaysia, they're doing the same thing.
Right.
So now we have got some companies they're dealing with a very well advanced nutrition products from UK.
You know, Auntie, I have had people that are in Malaysia who told me they actually can share the 1,000-something ringgit as a way, say, mother and daughter or friends and you know, like together in one center. So when they earn 16,000 something ringgit, then they can share. So yeah. So, you know, like even the BB
business, from what I understand, that the members has to keep on spending in things that they need, and as upline, you have to play a very important role in order to duplicate your line downwards. That's what is expected in exchange for the return.
Yes.
But right now, I'm doing something which I telling people, the one-time service, but there's no, it's hassle-free for the following up service. That is, I'm dealing with the petrol cards, because we no need to pester people, you have to buy petrol. Well, if they do not have the petrol in their petrol tank, the car won't move. That's what I'm working on this. Though it may take some longer time to materialize into big income, but it will be an involvement where I do now. I will be really having a very easy time in future. So I don't have to do so much follow-up, because the whole Malaysia has got so many of the petrol kiosks will be serving my members. So I'm doing this project. But anyway, I will still be putting some effort to get involved in this shop in order to help my daughter. But to how the response of the public in Malaysia, I wouldn't know. But I think this shop.com will go very well with the younger generation, because they are well versed in using the internet and all that. For the older generation, it may be quite a challenge, because they don't really know all this. Like me also, I'm struggling just now to open this link.
Oh, this is new. A lot of people, even young people, don't know how to use this in the beginning. It takes a while for them to get used to like online conference. So you've done really well, Auntie. You know, one of our very successful leaders, as we were talking about, Auntie M, she started this business shop.com at 52. She didn't even know how to use email. Now she's earning, like she's executive director, earning 36,000 a month, which is
I will think of a way how to carry out over here.
Yes, you
because it will be a very hard, challenge to penetrate the Malaysian market, because Malaysia can be considered as one of the very active country in multi-level marketing.
But we normally explain the reason why we're not multi-level is because we're not percentage, which is not multi-level, because it's 100%. So let's say if
now I'm doing the petrol cards, that is not multi-level, it's only 3 levels. But because of the easy deal follow-up service, so I could feel the momentum of very active response, even from very seasoned leaders. So I went one trip to Alostar, to the north of Malaysia. So I introduced one person, and from there, now already 100 over cards sold. See the intense response. But if I were to get involved in this shop.com, I will have to find my way how to convince them. Especially as I told my daughter, like shop.com, you can cover for these air tickets. But I know, let's say if a person buy the air tickets, how many percent of the payment for the air ticket will be taken into account for the bonus calculation?
All right, Auntie, I'll quickly share with you so you can see. So this is our shop. This is the Australia one. I'll go through the Malaysia one. It's actually MY, you're right.
Oh, yes, MY.
So if you, so click Malaysia and then scroll down to find, partner stores. But you're ordering from here for her, right?
If I want to buy from Melbourne to KL.
Yeah, then I think it's better to be looking at the Australia one. So so Auntie, depending on which company that you're using, they will give you different deals. And so we have what we call Shop Buddy, which is now will tell you what's the best deal. So let's say if I go to Google, you go to Google. Okay, so flight from, let's say, Melbourne to Kuala Lumpur. Now, you can actually see, like, you know, with AirAsia, it's available, and some of these deals, see S here, Auntie? That's shopping annuity. This is our shopping buddy, and it will tell you from Melbourne to Kuala Lumpur slice, and you click there, it will give you the cashback, and also you activate cashback, and you go to Expedia. So, but anyway, I will explain to May how to do it. Then you can actually, you know, earn money. You can earn money by buying tickets.
Yeah. So
That's what we call shop buddy. Yeah.
And she will tell you later. How is the calculation like when we purchase the air tickets? Because when I do something, I always want to find my, you know, more positive and responsive way to penetrate the market, because the market is really.
Expedia is the shop that we're looking at. It gives you 3% IBV. So 3% IBV is any amount of money that you save, 1,000 ringgit or like $300 Australian, I don't know, whatever the amount, it will give you 3% IBV. Now, apart from that, as a customer, you also get cash back. So you can explain to people 2%. So as a business owner, when she orders, she'll get 3%. If you are as a customer ordering, you'll get 2% as the cash back. So you see, you're already getting extra on top of the Expedia. If you were to just going to Expedia, you won't get this extra as a partner, the 3% IBV, or as a business owner, the 4% cashback. So it makes sense to use this because you are getting extra, you know, discount or cashback. Yeah.
You know why? Because when we deal with retailing sector, when people buy, they've got too many choices in the market. But as for the air ticket, you know, if they want to fly, they cannot abstain themselves from spending on the air ticket. So air ticket carries a higher amount of spending.
Definitely.
So that can build up the business volume faster.
Yep. And not only that, if customers actually see how beneficial the branded products are for them, and they experience it to themselves, then they will definitely keep on.
Definitely. But you see, to make a new person in Malaysia to get involved and get interested into this system, we have to penetrate through other way like buying air ticket, which other companies they are not dealing. Once they get into it, then they automatically will add on with spending or purchasing other products.
That's really wise, Auntie. Yeah, it's wisdom, because once that is actually sort of like what do you call, like going in the first step. The first step.
Yeah.
The first step is the air ticket.
So it will be just work like a catalyst.
Catalyst, exactly, or like a gateway, right? So once they know, okay, well, you already have a customer as a catalyst, as a gateway. Well, you're already my customer buying tickets from me. Why don't you take a look at my website? I've got some wonderful products. And we've got like health professionals, like in Malaysia, particularly, Auntie, in KL, particularly, not so much in Ipoh, KL and Penang, a lot of health professionals and nutritionists. Like even yesterday, May and I went to see one of my business partner who is a chiropractor. They explained how the science research. So it's not like, you know, we're just saying the products is good, but because of the research, it's scientific. So that is another way of penetrating and inviting people and say, come, have a look. It's not like we're just saying it is good because we're selling these things. Yeah. Look at the science. May, you saw that, right? Like Robert, you saw that. You see how good it is. And weight loss as well. I'm actually a weight loss coach. I'm actually a certified nutritionist. I was trained as a nutritionist. So I think people believe in me because I've got the belief certification. But you don't have to.
I have only 2 key factors where I can share with people.
Yeah.
Like the catalyst buying the etiquette can arouse the interest of the people to join in, because it's quite strained financially in that sector. And secondly, I will say this company is so established, so it will be very stable to get involved.
As you
But
can see,
for the time being, I still have some hangovers with whatever I've been involved. So I got to deal with it because, like the company which I involved last year.
My account first if you want.
she doesn't have to join first.
Yeah, because the company which I involved last year, we convert the spending into earning with 100% rebates, and that we had make some amount of investment. So the coming week, I will be organizing a dinner or replacement dinner for those who join the Bali trip of that company. Then, in a way, just to let the boss, the CEO, know that we are not totally lost interest in the business, so that we hope he will help us to claim back the money that we invest. So all this, I afterwards I will have to go and see 1 or 2 restaurants to fix the dinner, because the one which I had fixed so happened clash with their off day, and it could not be carried on there. So I still have some of these things got to settle. But I will be going to Australia in August. So by the time I'm there, I will get to know you all in person and maybe follow you and listen more times. I will get more well versed in the system.
Actually, on the 14th of September, we have a very successful lady from Malaysia originally actually coming to share. She's executive director.
You can let me know, like in Malaysia, if they have got any business sharing.
Yeah, we do. I can send it to you. Auntie, do you go to KL much or Penang? Because in Ipoh, unfortunately, there are not many.
Ipoh is a very, we call it black
Auntie,
area.
my husband is from Ipoh. My husband is from Ipoh. Derek from Ipoh. So I know.
It's famous for what, you know, in the multi-level business. Ipoh is a black area. Very hard to penetrate.
Very hard. That's why all the meetings, all the trainings are in Sarawak, like, you know, even Sarawak is
better.
And Sabah and Penang.
Okay, I think I thank you a lot for the sharing today, because my battery is running out 15% left.
I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, we need to go.
So I will also thank to all this information. I even one night I spent quite some time listening to, you know, this what we call
YouTube,
the videos.
Auntie, are you free Thursday? Because I'll be doing another presentation about cash flow quadrant. Do you know about Robert Kiyosaki?
No.
No. Yeah, I'm going to be doing another similar but a little bit different, but it's sort of catered more for helping people to understand the different ways to earn money. Whether you're an employee, self-employed, whether you are actually.
What time?
It's 9 o'clock Melbourne, 7 o'clock KL time.
Okay.
I will get May to send you the link if you can come, because I think that will give you more.
Now I have to go because at 3:30, another 15 minutes, I have an appointment with an insurance agent.
Okay.
Recruiting her to be a merchant for my existing company.
Okay.
So when is the meeting on
Thursday?
September
14th.
14. Okay.
Yeah. So if your mom is here, bring her.
Okay, thanks a lot for your sharing today.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah. See you at the top. Bye.
See you at the top. I love that. That's a split go. See you at the top. May see you at the top.
Yeah.
Bye. I love it.
Bye-bye.
See you at the top.